We've got walls.
Yeah, after years of working on this, finally have these two pieces in place. The helm and the steps are right behind here, and that's really what we were waiting for, is to figure out that design before we were able to put this into place. Glassed these in the other day. We had kind of a little extension here, a piece, but we cut that out because of what we're doing for the lines for the steering and for like the shifter and stuff. The hard part we had is, if you picture our pedestal is right above here, so that goes up and over to the side. We needed to be able to transition to get the steering lines to be able to go from here down into this area. And we were looking at a bunch of different ways of doing that, either doing that on the outside, so the part that you can see and kind of enclosing that in there, or running it through our cabin. We have finally come to the conclusion that the best way to do it is just run it through our cabin.
Because it'll give us the most space.
It's going to give us the most space outside. It's not going to impact any of the stuff that I've figured out already. And I think it's going to be the straightest run for the lines, so the least amount of friction in the lines. That was the idea there. So that is, on the other side of this is that new storage cabinet that I built next to the steps, right through here. What we're gonna end up doing is the steering cables will end up running through here, down, and then they'll transition. There'll be a set of blocks here. Just a small little angle change to bring them to the blocks that then send them aft. And this, did this yesterday. And what that does is that just mimics this curve. So that mimics this area right here, so it all kind of blends in. This will go into place here and cover this whole section and allow that transition through there. This is going to be glassed into place, and then radiuses over glasses, so it all matches all the way through here. But it really doesn't impact the looks of this area much. So it's not going to feel claustrophobic or anything, change that type of feel in here. And it still gives us good access. Again, it's probably the straightest run that we can make it, so the least amount of friction in there. It's also going to give a little place to run some cables through. The other area, we're going to have to make a cable run through here and down as well, so kind of enclose this. But it's been a process of really having to have the items in place and installed before we can come up with a real solution for it, because a lot of it is optics, a lot of it is the direction of how things are going to be ran. So again, not friction, but we do have that plan. I think that's good. And then this, in this area, is where the hybrid, the motor controller, is going to be installed. This is a watertight section. A vent here, so this door will actually have a vent built into it. And then there's a vent that we can install right in this area as well. So the cold air hopefully will come in here, hot air come out, and keep that motor controller nice and cool. But it also gives us good access to it as well.
With the lines needing to run from the helm, we had to cut out the existing wall of fiberglass, which originally came to us as the cockpit seat back, to allow for the lines to come down at the necessary angle.
To go further aft. Go further aft to the corner to where like the vertical and horizontal meet. You cut there. There you go. Hi.
Imagine a perfect day with friends at a picturesque farmhouse, grilling burgers while enjoying the stunning views around the Chesapeake Bay and creating unforgettable memories. Capture these moments with the Lean 4x6 photo printer. With Lean's built-in hotspot Wi-Fi connection, you can print photos directly from any device, including your phone. Up to 5 devices can be connected simultaneously. Customize your photo with the app's multiple filters and individual adjustments. Experience true color rendering and high resolution for superior photo quality. And thanks to the automatic lamination 4-layer technology, your photos get a top protective layer, ensuring they last a lifetime. This printer is not just high-tech, but also offers convenient storage, with the paper cartridge sitting on top when not in use, making it easy to bring along to any adventure. Print beautiful 4x6 photos and keep your precious memories alive forever with Lean. Make sure to visit our video description for links and promo codes. Now that the area for line storage and extra storage had been bonded in, and parts of the exterior had been glassed, the entire surface needed to be sanded in preparation for our polyester fairing compound. Even though our peel ply was added during glassing to give a much better finish, the surfaces still need to be keyed and the seams blended in. Plus, a few of the general areas that had been glassed in the factory and then shipped back to us still had sections of cured resin that needed to be sanded off before we could apply fairing compound. Giving the area a very good wipe down with acetone, we wanted to make sure the surface was as clean as possible, removing all little bits of dust and contaminants, especially since this will be our first round of fairing and we want it to have the best possible adhesion. Starting at the helm, Matt adds our Total Fair epoxy fairing compound to the new pieces which were added. Although going down to our master berth, he switches over to a polyester fairing compound. When going over large surfaces, such as this, it's much easier to spread and is a great option for first coats. Later, once we've sprayed on an epoxy-based primer, we'll switch over to the Total Fair to fill in any small gaps. The next morning, after we let the fairing compound cure, Matt sands down the rough edges with our DA sander. He then covers the surface in denatured alcohol, which has had a blue dye added to it, and then sands it down again. This gives us a good visual of where all the low spots are, so we know where to go back and add more fairing compound.
Today is going to be a good day for me. One of the things I've been waiting for is to cut off this trim all the way around our cabin top. Reason why it's there is to help prevent it from getting damaged when it was getting shipped over here from Vietnam. Of course, if they trimmed it all the way down and finished it off, it'd be laying against something, and the chance of that getting impacted would be way too great. So I left it there. Makes sense. But today I get to cut that down, grind it back, and then kind of finish it off. Because I'm going through right now, and the bottom, right below it, going through and just roughly fairing that in there. That is going to be, again, visible from the side deck. So if you are looking down to see the sails and stuff, you will actually see that. But again, it doesn't need to be perfect. That's going to be a very matte finish to it. So it's not going to show a lot of the undulations or anything like that. And then we got this side all done now. And that's where the acrylic's going to go for the windows. Plan for today right now is it is incredibly hot, but going to still do it anyway. Get in my Tyvek suit because I don't want this fiberglass all over me when I cut this. Going to go through, cut it down so it's fairly close, and then grind back the last little bit. Hopefully we'll give you a pretty good edge. From the underside then, I need to come back in and sand that and basically sand it into a nice flush and flat area. Then I can come through and do the final fairing. No shirt on because this is going to be nasty and kind of a sweat factory in here. Ugh. Fun.
That's not good.
Lots of glass. So I got all of this. That's going to be the rounded edge here. Then to bond this piece into place. Bond this. Upper piece there. And then through the inside of this around the base in there. And then up in here. And way up into this area. And then outside, the reverse side of this, which is the inside of the lazarette, you need to go through and glass that. Temperatures are actually really nice right now, so hopefully we can get this done. Hammer that out. We'll put peel ply over this section so it makes a nice smooth curve. And tomorrow I should be able to then go through and fair these sections in. Go through and put another layer of fairing compound on, specifically on all the blue spots. And man, we're actually hammering through this pretty quick. We're just a couple days into it now. And been doing other projects as well. We got quite a bit done. I'm actually pretty happy. It's like we've got experience or something with
like
doing
we've
this
done
now.
this before.
Yeah. I have said it before, but anybody that needs the electric scissors, this particular model, WBT-2, is incredible. It cuts through anything. The old scissors that I had, pretty good, but they would cut through maybe a layer, if not 2 layers of this 12-ounce glass. This, probably 6 or 7 layers without any problem at all. Battery lasts forever. They're not inexpensive, of course. Definitely more of a commercial type of unit. But yeah, this is the tool right here.
After going through a thickened vinyl ester resin and filling the edges of where the shelf met the bed, and also the routed edge where the 2 pieces of the shelf met, it was time to glass. Multiple layers of our 12-ounce double bias fiberglass went on, although this video is going to skip around a bit because right now our time-lapse shuts itself off after 10 minutes of filming and I haven't figured out how to change it yet. So while Matt was glassing and I was in the other hole touching up codes, I'd have to try and keep running back and forth. But with the inboard side of our berth now fitted out and getting faired, it won't be too long until we can get the first coat of primer